The film begins. Malcolm Johnson is a young guy who bought himself a video camera. He suggested that his beloved move in with him and is waiting for her arrival. Malcolm is sure that their relationship will reach another level and sees this as a chance to create a real family. His friends, however, warned him that once Kisha arrives, he will have to forget about cake, delicious food, and cleanliness in the house. After recording a greeting from the maid Rose and his beloved dog on camera, Malcolm rushes outside to meet Kisha. The girl parks and does not notice little Shiloh running over him with a wheel. The guy tries to save the dog and resuscitate him, but all attempts are unsuccessful. During the funeral, he cries and grieves for his friend, blaming the girl for what happened. Among Kisha's things, the guy finds many strange items, but he is especially frightened by the ashes of the girl's father, which she brought with her. Coming face to face with the maid, the girl becomes very scared of her. She hasn't slept for several days because something strange was happening in her house. Malcolm reassures the girl and says that he will protect her from everyone except armed gangsters. In the evening, Kisha says she needs to change before bed. Taking this as a hint at a little Wilish Piley, Malcolm decides to practice on stuffed toys. First he plays with one toy dog, but then he takes another toy and, one by one, has cake time with them. When the girl comes out of the bathroom, her appearance scares him so much that Malcolm's little banana hides deep in his pants. At night, the guy wakes up because his girlfriend is farting like a skunk. He tries to fight the smell with air freshener, but nothing helps. In the morning, Kisha notices keys lying on the floor. She is convinced that this is the work of a ghost or the mysterious Spanish-speaking maid. Malcolm decides to install surveillance cameras all around the house and invites ghost hunters. As soon as the owners leave, it turns out that Rose understands English perfectly, controls the production of happy pills, and has cake time on the dining table with the gardener. Steve and Jenny come to visit Malcolm. While the girls talk, Steve offers Malcolm to swap their beauties and have some cheeky-brinky fun. The homeowner refuses because he doesn't want anyone else to be doing Wilish Piley with Kisha. Continuing to live with the girl, the guy sees all the downsides. His bathroom is full of hair, as if a gorilla shaved there, and in the toilet, Kisha leaves such a smell that it could compete with a decomposing horse. At night, Malcolm seduces his beloved and offers to do Wilish Piley, but the girl notices the camera that is turned on. Covering the lens with a t-shirt, the couple has cake time, but the guy lasts only a few minutes. The next morning, they re-watch the recording and see the bedroom door move. Malcolm does not take this seriously, but the ghost living in the house makes itself known. The next morning, the guy packs his things and leaves the house, but soon returns because he realizes that no one will buy a house with ghosts. In the evening, a psychic capable of dealing with the problem comes to Malcolm and Kisha. Chip, who has a non-traditional orientation, hints to Malcolm about having cake, but the guy refuses the strange man in glasses. After inspecting the house, the psychic confirms the presence of a ghost, but sees that it is an evil spirit and refuses to help because he works only with friendly Caspers. During the conversation, Kisha admits that she sold her soul to the devil for beautiful Louboutins. Finding the girl's old video footage, Malcolm watches a video from her birthday. When the girl was 8, she had an invisible friend who turned out to be a ghost. Her stepfather did not believe in supernatural forces, so he punished the girl for disobedience. Seeing this, Malcolm asks her not to hide anything else and to tell him the truth. Trusting him, Kisha tells him about herpes. Terrified, Malcolm runs into the bathroom and pours all available products over himself, trying to wash his butt and banana from this infection. At night, the girl wakes up and watches the guy for several hours, then begins to dance. Then she slaps Malcolm with a juicy slap and goes to the kitchen. Following the girl, the guy learns that Kisha is a sleepwalker who eats everything in her way. In the morning, he shows her the video in which she does crazy things. The girl does not like that the guy didn't help her, and they argue. Malcolm leaves the house. In the evening, Kisha wakes up from a noise and defends herself with a machete. In the morning, she goes downstairs and sees a terrible mess. She calls the guy for help. He returned home a few hours earlier. Deciding to watch the camera footage, the girl learns that Malcolm returned home drunk, smashed half of the living room, dumped out her father's ashes, and then took a dump on them. The guy apologizes for his behavior and promises not to do it again. Before bed, he sprinkles powder to find ghost tracks in the morning. Waking up from a noise, he grabs a bat, runs into another room, and beats a creature, which turns out to be the maid. Unable to tolerate such treatment from the Black Master, Rose leaves the house. The couple relieves stress. The ghost decides to blow smoke into their lungs with them, but they are not scared and just have fun with the supernatural being. The next day, Steve and Jenny visit, bringing a Ouija board for spirit sessions. Using the board, they learn that the ghost is dumb and cannot even say its name. At night, it decides to get revenge and drags the guy away. In the morning, Kisha thanks the guy for the spectacular cake time, but he didn't even touch her. Watching last night's recording, Kisha and Malcolm learn that the girl did Wilish Piley with the ghost. Ray and a group of gangsters come to Malcolm to visit their bro, learning that someone stuck his banana into their bro girl. Ray gets angry at his friend because he wanted to be the first to have Wilish Piley with her. Deciding to beat up the lover, he challenges him to a fight, not realizing it was the ghost. The paranormal phenomenon scares Ray, then throws furniture at him and makes the frightened guy run away. The next evening, Kisha perfumes herself and puts on hot lingerie, deciding to sleep without panties. Malcolm realizes that Kisha wants cake time with the ghost again and considers this cheating. At night, the ghost ignores the girl but finds Malcolm's butt and plows him until morning. In the morning, Kisha sees the recording. Malcolm tries to delete it but accidentally sends the video to all his friends. As soon as the couple argues, the ghost begins to rage, and they decide to behave more kindly. Malcolm and Kisha ignore the ghost's actions, which angers the invisible creature. That same night, the ghost drags Kisha into the basement. The next morning, the girl behaves strangely. She strokes a cross, vacuums the couch, and walks the body of Shiloh. Noticing a bite on Kisha's neck, Malcolm calls a priest. Father Dagdushitsky is frightened by the strange girl and suggests finding a new one. Malcolm asks for help, and Dag decides to talk to her. Realizing the priest cannot handle it, Malcolm calls ghost hunters and the psychic. Learning that the guy is ready to do anything for the girl, Chip asks him to put on his special suit. Surrounding the girl, the men try to help her but cannot think of anything. Possessed Kisha escapes, and Malcolm runs after her. Hearing a noise in one of the rooms, he opens the door and sees Jenny's rainbow games and crowds of black men. Frightened, Dag shoots at a target, but it turns out to be the maid who returned home. Finding Kisha, the men surround her but do not know how to exorcise the demon. The girl runs into the basement, and they follow her. Taking advantage of the darkness, the rainbow psychic undresses and tries to catch Malcolm, but fails. The guy finds his girlfriend again, but she attacks him. Having no better ideas, the men use Plan B, and it works. A few days later, Malcolm's and Kisha's life gets better. The couple has cake time and goes to sleep. At night, Kisha wakes up, looks strangely at the guy, and leaves. Waking up from the girl's scream, the guy goes to her, but the ghost attacks him. Noticing that possessed Kisha has left, he rejoices that he managed to pretend to be dead, but the girl returns to the bedroom again to use him to the fullest. And that's it.